In terms of qualification, you already know that I have a PhD in marketing and strategy. Okay, I have roughly 46 years of experience, both in corporate world, in entrepreneurship, coaching, mentoring, and everything. So that's that about me, and I am currently located in basically I'm located between uh, Pune and Mumbai. So that's that about me. I'm an old man, and is one of the reasons why I like to uh, teach is I'm in touch with you all, and that makes me feel young. So
Yes.
so that's it. So let's get straight into the thing, because I think the others might join a little late.
Yes. Okay.
So is it visible?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir. Yeah, it is. Yeah.
Okay, so I'll make it full screen. Is it visible?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Hmm. Okay. So today we are going to do this course in marketing management. We are going to just begin, and just to begin, it will be I'm just going to give you a slight flavor of what overall the marketing is and what do we do here. So first is fundamentals of marketing management. Please don't mind some of my typing errors. Okay. So,
Hello, sir.
yes.
So the screen is not visible.
Not with yes, sir.
So how do we,
Sir, initially it was visible, but now it has turned to black
oh,
screen.
okay, I'll try again. Is it visible?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Yes.
sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, then I don't think I'll do full screen. I'll do it like this only. Uh, okay, so this is me. I mean, you can see my picture, and this is the fundamentals that we will be talking about. Can you see? Just tell me if you can see it or not.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes.
Okay, so this is Philip Kotler, who said business has only two functions. One is marketing, that's the most important. And from there comes out what is known as innovation. Everything else that the business does has to be around these two things. Now, what does this mean? Both of you, can you tell me what does it mean?
So is it the statement again? Can I hear that?
It's written there, business has only two functions, marketing and innovation.
Hello, sir. Screen is
Yes.
not visible. Okay.
Huh?
Screen is not visible, sir.
So what do I do then?
No, sir. It is visible. It is visible. Right now.
No.
To me, it is.
In my phone, I don't see anything. Black screen.
Okay, in any case, then, I mean, I can't do anything about this. If it is visible in one, then it should be visible in the other.
No,
Are
sir.
you
I don't.
shall I try one more time?
Yes, sir.
Is it visible now?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Yes, sir.
So this is the statement. Business has only two functions, marketing and innovation. And I am asking both of you, what does this mean?
Hello.
Hello. I'm
Rohit, yes.
wait. Yeah. Tell me, Rohit.
Marketing means, sir, we have to advertise our product or uh, same like marketing means advertise or posters or product or our company
Okay. Who
like
else?
TVS.
So innovation means that how can we bring out new ways of innovating our current product or
Okay.
improving it.
Let me tell you. The purpose of any business, whether it is for profit or not for profit, is only to kind of serve the customer and the society, right? Do you agree with that?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so from a company to the general publics, okay, or to a customer, what is the connecting department? Marketing. Would you agree?
Sorry, sir.
The like, let's say there is a company. Okay,
Okay.
so a company to connect to its customer, which is the department which connects them? The
So the
customer and the
salesperson.
it's
Salesperson.
yeah. So sales is a part of marketing, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So if marketing is the connection, then all the other functions in the company have to work around marketing or to support marketing.
Yes, sir.
Do you agree?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now, how does and why does innovation happen?
To
So,
try something new.
yeah. So what happens is when we achieve something or when we start using something, all our needs starts asking for more. Okay. Like, let's say 15, 20 years ago, we had ordinary mobile phones where you could make a call and maybe send an SMS. But today we want everything in that phone. Okay. So our needs have increased. Okay. So which is that department which is supposed to sense this need? Which is the antenna? Again, marketing, because that's the only department that's in touch with the customer.
Yes, sir.
sir.
Okay. So the innovation begins in the marketplace. And then as marketing people, we go back and ask the technical team to develop products which the customer would want. Would you agree with this statement?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So this is the only two function that must happen. The rest is to support. Okay.
Okay.
Do we agree on that?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Can I go to the next slide?
Sure,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Now, in this session today, we will take an overview of what marketing is all about. We will also look at what is, may I speak?
Yes, sir. Yes.
Yeah. So what is a marketing environment? Analyze what is the consumer behavior, and then market, the consumer market and the business market. Now, I'll tell you what is a consumer market. You and I individually are consumers. We will also differentiate what is a customer and a consumer. And the industry or government or companies, they are like business consumers, right? So they are called B2B, business to business. Like I have got a business and I'm a supplier to, let's say, Tata Motors, and I'm manufacturing one part. That's a business to business deal. But if my part I were to sell to a dealer who in turn sells to, let's say, you for a two-wheeler, then that is a business to consumer. Okay, so that is called B2C. So we'll go about this. This is today's session. We will cover this. Then why is it important to understand what is marketing? Why it is important? What do you think? Why do we need to understand? Why do we need to learn about marketing?
Sir, to approach the customers in a better way so that we can actually convince them to buy our products
Very good, very good.
and
What
finding new and better ways to do that actually.
that's right. So that is the innovation parts. Okay. So in other terms, what is marketing? So you just said it's like the salesperson. It is not that. Selling is a part. So let's look at it like this. Let's look at the armed forces. Okay. Now we have Army, we have Air Force, and we have Navy. Hello?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. We have Army, we have Navy, and we have Air Force. All right. There's somebody talking.
Yes,
Somebody
sir. So,
talking.
can I mute myself? I'll unmute whenever needed. There's
Yes.
some
Okay.
disturbance in the background.
Yeah. Okay. So, so let's get back to this armed forces example. We have army, we have Air Force, and we have Navy. When the war is fought, the final victory or final, drawing back is done by whom? Army. Okay. So what is the need for Air Force and Navy?
Soldiers,
So
sir.
subordinating them and supporting them in their actions, like
Exactly.
all the posted on one shoulder. So that's why.
Yeah, that's right. So they are supposed to clear the forward areas from the enemies so that the army can walk in smoothly. Now, marketing is complete package of army, navy, and air force. Selling is only the army. Do you understand? So that is a difference. So if people say that I'm marketing kar raha hu, so that is not that he's a salesperson. Okay, he's supposed to be a total mix. And somebody might be just a sales executive. So his job is limited as compared to the marketing man. Then you all just said that marketing is all about advertising, hoarding, TV, and all that. No, that is, again, that is the role of maybe Air Force. Marketing is much beyond that. Marketing is, as we develop go through this course, we'll learn a little more about this. Is that clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, so when did marketing start? Now, this is a recorded history, but according to you, when you think did marketing start?
So according to me, if I think of it, then I would say marketing started right when business started, because without marketing, business cannot just exist.
Okay, so that is one way to look at it. The other way to look at it is marketing started the moment a child was born. Okay, in the sense that if he feels hungry, how does he sell the idea to his mother that he's hungry and he needs to be fed? He cries,
Crying, yes, sir.
right? If he's not comfortable, he again says. And as we grow up, if we want something from our parents, aren't we finally marketing to them? It's as simple as that. So marketing, I mean, this is the recorded, structured way in which marketing started. But marketing is much older than that. Marketing is when, I mean, if you all believe in the Bible, it started from the point when Eve sold the idea to Adam that they should have an apple. Okay. Or the serpent sold the idea to both, if you all know anything about the Bible. Marketing is always trying to resonate with people for to motivate them to take things, buy things, or give things, that way. Now you can see that the real education in terms of in terms of teaching, in terms of structurally doing it, actually started very late in 1905 when the University of Pennsylvania came with marketing of products. Okay, we will come to also this later. And 3 years later, the supposed to be the mecca of business education and still known most for marketing was Harvard Business School. Then we started having radio advertising, television advertising, and all that up to 1996. Now, can we add on what else has been done from 1996 to now?
So internet marketing, 1996. After that, internet started. It took a boom. Everybody started using a computer.
Yeah,
Then
mobile marketing.
mobile marketing. So we can say that.
Yeah. So many other things that as we progress in the course, we'll learn a little more. Okay. So here is Robert Bartel, who talked about what are the stages. I'm still taking you through history. So initially, teachers of marketing sought facts uh, from the distributive trade. I mean, they went to the traders and they sought fact. Then came a period when we started developing marketing concepts. Then came a period of integration, and then came a period of development. Okay. By the way, don't worry. I will be sending all these PPTs to Neeraj, and you can then take it from him. Okay. So if I'm going a little fast, if I'm going fast, then please tell me.
No, sir, the pace is
No, no,
fine.
sir.
Pace is fine. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. And in any case, you can get this. So this is how it is. Then we finally came to reprisal. We came to reconceptualizing marketing. The approach became different. Earlier, the marketing was confused with sales. So whatever salesman, just like we have that opinion, then it came, no, we go beyond selling, and it is happening. Like you will see in consumer products, uh, they don't rely only on the trader or the retailer. They go beyond the retailer and try to solicit customers. Then came a period of differentiation. Now, what does differentiation mean? This is a very important term in marketing. So what does this differentiation mean? Any
So
of you?
differentiation between what exactly?
Just the term. What is the meaning of this?
So differentiation means any sort of unsimilarities between two things. And
Exactly. So what started happening is that if everybody made the same kind of product, okay, then it was like a commodity. I mean, aloo, chawal, all this are similar, no? So there is no particular motivation for people to buy from a particular company. So it has in the 60s and 70s, it was realized that if I want to sell more than my competitor, then I have to make my offering different. Okay. So we will come to this a little later again, and please remind me, maybe today later in the lecture, I will mention this. So companies started differentiating themselves by saying that I've got this feature and somebody else says I've got this feature. So we started differentiating. Okay. And then came a period of socialization, which is how social media marketing, as you might have heard, where marketing is thought to be a part of the society, and it's supposed to help society, up the standard of living for the society. So this is the period that we are now undergoing. Now, this is what is happening. In 80s, it was the sellers market, where there were licensed Raj. You can ask your parents, maybe they will be able to tell you more, but that was something which was there all over the world. In India, we took a little more time. We probably were 10 years late. Everything started happening in the 90s when government broadbanded licenses, allowed so many imports, etc., so that Indian industry also needed to compete, and therefore they had to up their ante. So what really happened was that until 1980, it was a seller's market. I'm giving you this, lena hai to lo, otherwise go to hell. And since I needed something like I wanted to buy a car or a scooter or something, there were only a few products that were there, and we had no choice. Today, look at it. Every year you get new models. You all are youngsters, take the mobile. Every year you get a slew of new models. So what has become? It is no more seller's power. It is now a buyer's power. It has become a buyer's market. If the companies do not cater to the buyer in the manner in which the buyer wants, then the company is about to close. Let me tell you the top 10 companies that were there, let's say 20 years ago. Out of that, barring Tata, no one exists. Now you can understand, because they were not able to shift the paradigm from being a seller's market, from the seller's market mentality to a buyer's market mentality. So it is becoming more and more important that marketing be given its due respect, because this is the only department which behaves according to the customer. Okay, is that clear, the concept?
Yes, sir.
Sure, sir. Yes.
Yeah. Now these are some of the things. What happens in a buying selling situation? What really happens in a buying selling situation? We exchange value. You give something valuable to a retailer, which is money, which is what he's wanting, and you are looking for something which will satisfy one need of yours or the other. Do we agree on that?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now that means it is, and now this is the point where you understand product. What does product mean? Product is divided into two: good and services. Okay, the goods are those things that you can touch, see, and feel, and services are those things which you can only experience, only you can feel. Now, a good example of goods could be, let's say, a toothpaste, a motorcycle, a car. These are things which you can see and touch. Good example of service is, let's say, education. Okay, there is nothing. I mean, it's just a transaction that's happening. Or let's say a hotel, a restaurant. Is the concept clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so people then don't buy products. What do they buy? They buy an experience, right? Which is what they value. So there is a difference between a price and a value. We'll come to this also as we progress. I'm just laying down the framework. Then behavioral aspects. These have now started. I mean, the behavior of a set of people and catering to that makes all the difference. Now let's, one very good example that we are seeing happen is the marketing of our Prime Minister. Okay, he has been able to cater to the needs of the voters to the point that he's one of the most respected guys going. Okay, but that is marketing. Okay, this does not mean that he's bad or good. I'm just saying marketing, because he was able to convince the people that he's the right person. Similarly, when we go out to sell our products, if we can convince the people, both of you have done physics in your school?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So do you in the laboratory, have you all in physics laboratory, have you all seen something called as the resonating fork?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I have.
Yeah.
No, sir.
So, okay. So what is a resonating fork? You hit one leg of the fork, the other one also starts vibrating in the same manner, right?
Yes, sir.
If that is right, then, and that is what is called resonance. So marketing, when you understand the customer behavior, how do you convince anyone? You convince everyone when you can sense what is the issue that he would like, and therefore you first start with them and then start influencing him to see what you need from him, right? So what marketing is supposed to do is finally create resonance between the company products and the customer expectation. The more that happens, the more you can afford. So therefore, the voice or power of the customer has to be realized. Then there is macro marketing, which is societal, where it is not only the customer, you look at the society itself. That is an important phenomenon. Okay. Then consumerism is now protecting the consumer from deceit, from cheating. So these are things that are coming up now. So we will do the rest. So I won't waste time on this. Now, here are the marketing school of thoughts. Managerial school or marketing is, what are they? 4 P's, 5 P's, 7 P's. Are you aware of what they are?
Yes, I'm aware of the 4 P's. I'm versed with the 4 P's.
Okay. And so what are they?
So product, price, place, and promotion.
Okay. The 5th P is people.
Okay.
Okay. Then 6th P is proof of concept. Okay. So it's like that. Now that is also evolving. That is also evolving. So this was way back in 1970s when Philip Kotler, who's considered to be the father of modern marketing, he came. And the evolution is happening where we are studying the consumer behavior. So 4 P's have graduated to 4 C's and then 4 E's, so we will come and cover it separately. Okay. And then finally, social exchange, where now particularly your generation is more conscious about the environment, etc. If I expand this, let's see if you can read this also. So this is what is the essence of marketing. Of course, I can accept you for who you are. You are someone I need to change. This is what is marketing. Marketing is about to bring a social change, raise the level of living, raise the standards of living of the people, or ease their discomfort. Is that understood?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So I'll go back to this only. Now, these are some of the other. Marketing impacts economy. How? Marketing, broadly conceptualized, is about 50% of the retail sales expense. So whatever you do in terms of marketing, there is a cost to be paid. You have to pay for advertising. You have to pay the salesman their salary. You have to, so it normally in retail sales, that is roughly, you have to buy goods to sell them. So that is 50%. The most important aspect or the goal of marketing is to facilitate an exchange. We just discussed what do we mean by an exchange, right? Hello?
Yes, sir.
Yes, correct.
So again, we're revisiting what is an exchange.
So an exchange is the transfer of something from one person to other in exchange, in return for something else needed by the first person.
Exactly. So marketing is, the main aim of marketing is to facilitate that, to make sure that there is a need in the market and that need is satisfied for obviously profit. The marketing is very much about adding value through broadly defined value propositions. Now, I'll give an example. Both of you are youngsters. Okay. And you go to your college or wherever, and you see a pretty girl who you really like. You want to meet her. You may even want to take her out for a cup of coffee. How would you, what is it that you would do?
So if we want to take that initial step, we'll go forward and just talk to her, make her comfortable, let her know me, I get to know her.
Exactly. So how do you make her comfortable?
By talking, by getting what she has, what her beliefs are, what my beliefs are.
Exactly. So you are first trying to understand that lady, and then why should she come out with you is the value proposition that you are going to be making.
Yes, sir.
So how you are, it is not that she doesn't want to go out. She wants to go out with somebody, but why you is the value. What is that value that you will bring to her? Will you be able to help her, do better in college, or will you be able to, upgrade her in some way? So that is the value that you bring, and that is the proposition that you like to sell to her. So one of the ways you do it, which is the proof of concept, is you dress well. Okay, try and find out what are her favorite colors, and maybe dress in those colors. Maybe your shirt could be of that color or whatever. Okay, or try and find out what is the kind of food she likes, so you could probably invite her out to that kind of a restaurant. So what are you offering? You are offering a value in what is known as a value proposition, right?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So when you see the companies, when they advertise or they communicate, what are they trying to communicate? They are trying to communicate those things which you might like. Now, I'll give you, you are in Varanasi and the other person is in Silvassa, right?
Yes, sir.
From home to station, do you remember how many hoardings you have seen?
No.
You don't, but
No, sir.
But
you will remember a few.
yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Why is that?
Attractive.
No, it is not because it is attractive. It is because those are your inner desires. Those are the things that concern you. Those are the things that you like or dislike. Okay. So if I, as a marketer, can cater to your likes, then what happens? You tend to remember. Otherwise, we what do you say? Control Alt Delete, right? So that is what marketing essentially is supposed to do, offer. Now take an example. You all might have seen hoardings and advertisements of mobile phones.
Yes, sir.
Okay. All the mobile phones will talk about Snapdragon chip and this and that, camera this kind, that kind. All right. But there is one mobile phone manufacturer who talks about what is going to be your experience. The company is iPhone. I would request both of you to go into the market next time, look at the advertisements that are there, either hoarding or newspaper or even in TV. Look at the advertisements that Apple sets out, and the other maybe Samsung, maybe anyone, Vivo, Oppo, whatever you like to call. So what does Apple cater to? And that is the reason why, even if it is high priced, it is the number one seller for simple reason that it talks about the experiences, and you are paying, that is the value that you want, and therefore you're paying that amount. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
Now that there are ways that marketing can do. It is not only the technical guys can do the the quality. Okay. Another example I give you, well, HP, Asus, Lenovo, all these make laptops. Okay. And all the laptops are made from parts got from Taiwan, South Korea, and maybe China. All are made by automated machines. So there is, everyone has got the same. Why in the market people buy Samsung more than let's say Vivo? Why? Now that
So
is where, yes,
maybe the brand image. I think I
exactly,
feel it's the brand image.
exactly. So that is the differentiation. That is the way it has been communicated to the customer. It has touched the heart of the customer, and that makes all the difference. You understand? So branding is another way of communicating quality and living up to. When you do branding, then you have to live up to that. That we'll come to later. Now, value may be created by marketers in many different ways. Remember, value is not the price. Value is the need or the want or the desire that you can satisfy. Price is immaterial. Now, I'll give you one more example. All of you know that Maruti makes a car called Swift.
Yes, sir.
And have you seen a Volkswagen Beetle or
Yes, sir.
maybe Mini Cooper from BMW?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. You go and sit inside both the cars and look at all the features that both the cars offer. There is no difference.
He looks same.
They look the same. Inside, whatever gadgets and everything is there in those cars, also available in Swift. Okay, so then why those cars, BMW and Volkswagen, BMW Mini Cooper sells for almost 30 lakh rupees. Volkswagen Beetle sells for almost 22 lakh 50,000 rupees, and our Swift sells for only 7 lakh rupees. I'm talking of the top end.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So what makes the difference? How are they differentiated? If every feature is the same,
The brand.
that's right.
So the brand value.
That's right. So the brand value is also an indicator of quality. It's still not the price, because price will come. Now, one more example I'll give you. When as customers, you and I also go through the same thing. When we don't understand the quality very well, how do we link it? What do we do to link it? We link it with the price. शहर में सबसे महंगे होटल में खाया is not, we are not talking about the price, but we are really talking about high quality. When you go to attend a wedding, okay, you wear absolutely expensive clothes. Okay, when the same thing your local tailor can stitch for you much cheaper, but you don't want to be seen. So now you see the difference between price and the value. You still value that at a higher price because that is your need. That is what is your concern. Okay.
Yes, sir.
So therefore, now always when customer and seller relationship happens, remember it is the right of the customer to bargain. It is a fundamental right of a customer to bargain. Therefore, the value is always more than the price you buy. And you will have heard, "Arey yaar, ye bahut reasonable price hai. This is very, very cheap. I got it very cheap." Okay, popular this thing that this was available in sale. So the customer desires that value, but price can be lowered. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Now I come to the next slide. So the goal of marketing is to facilitate. Now this is the requirement. First, there must be two or more parties. One should be a seller, one should be a buyer who are voluntarily involved. So as a customer, you walk into a shop looking to buy something. Seller is already, the shopkeeper is already there because he also has a need to sell. So both are involved in the transaction. Okay. Parties have an unsatisfied need. You as a customer went, you want to buy a sherwani or maybe a kurta pajama to attend your brother's wedding or whatever, or go to a traditional this thing. That was your need. That's not satisfied. That's why you went there. And the shopkeeper's need is to earn some more money. Okay. And that need you can fulfill. Okay. Parties have something of value to exchange. You have choosing a good sherwani or a good suit is something which you value, and the money that you pay is what the customer value, the seller values. Now
Yes, sir.
each party has something that the other party. This you remember, that if you have a need, sometimes customers feel कि अगर हम नहीं जाएंगे तो क्या होगा. You have a need, so seller का भी seller can also lay down his terms, and the means of communication and delivery, which is what is marketing. Okay, so by able to communicate through various means, advertisement, sales promotion, there are 5-6 methods of doing it. You transmit the value that you are going to deliver, and that is picked up by the customer, that okay, this is the value that I really want. Okay, this is where heard of this guy called Jeff Bezos?
Yes, sir.
Okay, now he said oftentimes customer doesn't really know what he wants. Now do you understand Hindi, both of you?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so there is something known as pratyaksh.
Yes, sir.
Okay, and there is something known as apratyaksh. What do these two words mean in Hindi?
Pratyaksh means something which is in front of us, something we can see,
Correct. And
something which is clear.
apratyaksh,
The opposite of that.
exactly. So there was a bright person called Maslow, who built a theory called hierarchy of needs. So each time when we get used to certain things, we tend to look for higher things. Okay, and we take this for granted. Okay, so those needs मेरे दिल में तो है, but I am not able to say how can I get it, because oftentimes I am not technically qualified to imagine that even that is possible. 50 years ago, if somebody would say that we would be carrying a device in our hand which will do almost everything for us, they would have said कि पागल हो गया, science fiction लिखता है, right? But today we do, and every day you are seeing one app or the other coming, which is catering to a particular need which we don't know is possible. If we were technical people, if we were people manufacturing phones or the software for the phones, that those people would know, but we would not even know. You understand?
Yes,
So
sir.
that is what the whole thing is. Now, requirement for any kind of market exchange is that there has to be a marketplace. This can be brick and mortar, which is all the shopping areas, malls, etc., or it can be virtual, which is in the e-commerce. This thing. There must be a way to exchange this. The medium is a transaction, which is transfer of money either through electronic means or by paying hard cash yourself. There must be some kind of a specialization of labor. Now, it is understood that we all can't do everything. We cannot, I mean, if we are not farmers, we are not growing the grains, but we feel hungry and we need to buy food. So a farmer is a specialized person, but you could probably cater to his need in some other way. So there is a division of labor and each one of us gets specialized. Marketing management and coordination, therefore, is the necessity. So marketing connects all these dots. So far, am I clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So what is marketing oriented? We keep hearing this term that this is a marketing oriented company. So marketing oriented company is a company which sees everything or empathizes with customers. You know, they kind of wear the customer's shoes before, and that is what is the only thing that Bezos did. Okay, he was the person who started that company. He was sacked, and when he came back, he only looked at the customer's pain points, you may say, or his need points. Okay. And then went back and told his team, no, I want you to do this. It should be good looking. It should be this, whatever. Okay. I'll give you an example. There were two cars, both up to now quite there in the market. One was WagonR and the other one was Santro. You are the two of you are too young, but maybe if you ask your parents, when they were first launched, okay, they were said, okay, this shape is not nice. It looks like a auto rickshaw. But the research seemed to suggest that Japanese car, getting into the car and getting out of the car is a little bit of a challenge. It's because the seats are low. So they realized that because Japanese and Koreans are shorter people, so for them it was fine, but for Indians who are much taller than them, it's not that good. So they needed to come out with what is known as a tall boy model. So both these companies did come out with this tall boy model, but the customer initially rejected. There was this need, but they still rejected because of the shape. So they went back to the drawing board. They went and did another research. They did another research. Hi, Liana. Can you unmute and say hello? Okay, anyway. So they went back to start drawing board, did another research, and this was a felt need that was there, that getting out and getting in. So what did they do? They differentiated by connecting it to a lifestyle. Now, if you see that earlier ads of WagonR and Santro, you will find that it was more linked to the lifestyle than to the the technical parts. So Santro became a car of happiness. Somebody is stop annotating, please. Okay, so so Santro became a happiness car, a smile car, and this one became a car where people who are young and upwardly mobile, the yuppies, they have a different lifestyle, and so they both differentiated. And you know now the rest is history, that they are both very successful cars. So marketing oriented companies are those who can sense the requirement of a customer and can cater to them in their language. Now, in language, I don't mean Hindi, Gujarati, Bengali or something, in the manner in which it appeals to their heart. Ek cheez, let me also tell you, marketing is more about heart than about the mind. Okay, ye dil se wala kaam hai, marketing. So that's the joy of marketing, where you are connecting to the hearts of the people. So what is marketing? It is researching, understanding the customer, translating that into value, and then getting the right kind of partners to promote it, and then telling the customer that this is what it is, understanding what the competition is doing so that you can be one step ahead, and building a relationship with the customer, which is also known as customer loyalty program, and then of course look at the profits. So marketing can only be when there is profitability. This does not mean that the non-for-profit organization don't use marketing. Profit has, again, it may have meaning in rupee terms, and it can also have meaning in certain satisfaction terms. These are some of the definitions. I will skip this. Now, again, these are definitions, so you can read that. So who can be marketed? Place, property, organization, information, ideas, goods, services, experience, events, persons. Just about anything in the world can be marketed. Okay. So Amitabh Bachchan is marketed. Amitabh Bachchan is a brand. Our Prime Minister, Mr. Narendra Bhai Damodar Das Modi, is a brand. Okay. There are quite a few ideas like Swachh Bharat Abhiyan is an idea which is a brand. Okay. Taj Mahal or Varanasi is a brand, and goods, so we all know. So just about everything has a possibility as a scope to market. So far, any question?
No.
Okay.
No, sir.
So
No,
we
sir.
go to the next thing. Now, when we go to, let's say, if you all were to come to Pune, what is it that you will do first?
Buying a ticket, sir.
No. Once you reach Pune, you've come to Pune. That was a very good answer, bright one. But you have already reached Pune. Then what would you do? You've got a job. And you've come to Pune. First, you look around what's available. Look around. Yeah.
Look for a house.
No, first you look around what is where. Then look around for house. No, I mean a place, a colony where all gundas stay or all badmash stay. You don't want that. So first you try and find out what is the external environment.
Location.
Yeah, all that you will look at initially. So those are the external factors. And then you will look at your own self, the internal factors, that what is it that you can do and how you would react. Marketing is exactly the same. When you want to enter a market, you will first look around what are the external factors, and you will also look at the internal factors, which we are covering in the next slide. So features, okay, this you read. Here is a micro environment. Now, like I told you, micro environment are those environment which directly affect an organization or you. So if the air is polluted, you live in an area where air is polluted. I mean, in Pune, I'm saying you don't want to live there. You have, the shops, etc., are far away. So similarly, first is you look inside about yourself, what it is. Then you look at who are the suppliers, just like shops, etc. Who are the marketing intermediary? So here in the company situation, who are the vendors who will supply the parts to manufacture, and who will be the I'm sorry, there is a power situation here. Can you hear me?
Yes, sir, we can hear.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So we'll have to begin the presentation again. So this is the only challenge that marketing, the online education has. Okay, is it visible?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So these are the thing. Now, the important thing is other company departments. Marketing cannot do things alone. In fact, there's another saying, marketing is too important profession to be left to the marketing guys alone. So the other company departments. So, you have to, as marketing person, build very good relationship with them. The people who are supplying the raw materials are the suppliers. You also need to know them well. Okay. Then you must obviously know your customers. We just talked about it. Know what your competitors are doing, because you need to be one step. If you can deliver better value, the only way you can deliver better value is by knowing what the other competition is doing. And then now we are in a situation which where the marketing has become social. So you have to take care of other publics. Now, what does other publics? I'm using the term in plural, publics. So what are the other publics according to you all? Can somebody speak up, please?
Sir, media.
Yeah, media is one public. The other public are the NGOs or the pressure groups who are working, let's say, about environment, labor unions. These are different kind of publics. So as a marketing person, when you are trying to communicate, you have to take care of these people also. Religious leaders can be a public, because there are something which you say which doesn't tally with the faith can also become a different thing. Okay, so, and this is the macro environment. Now, macro environment talks about what are things which are not, which is, true for you and for all your competitors. Okay, so you have no control over it. However, it can affect you. So the important one is demographics. People understand what is a demography?
Yes, sir. The social culture, etc.
No, demography is the male-female relationship, male-female population or age groups, etc., etc. So there is a certain behavior that people, now India is considered to be a country of young people, and therefore youth-oriented so the way things are marketed, let's say in India, this product is marketed in, let's say,
Hello. Hello, sir.
am I audible?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so demographic is that economic factors. Now, something that you want to sell in India, where we are like middle income in the world, this thing.
रोहित जी
हेलो, हाँ जी बोल।
सेशन नहीं चल रहा है ना, या मुझे ही सुनाई नहीं दे रहा है?
नहीं नहीं चल रहा है सर, चलेगा।
सर चले गए ना? ओके
शायद डिस्कनेक्ट हो जाए।
राइट,
तो
वापस
एंड करे।
से देखते हैं, 2 मिनट रुक जाते हैं, 2
ओके
मिनट रुक जाते हैं।
Hello, Yogesh. Hello, Rohit.
हेलो सर।
Am I audible? Yeah.
यस सर, यस सर।
सर
Okay. So I'll share my slide again. So we were talking of the host as disabled. So I'll need a, now what do we do?
What happened, sir?
I cannot share this because uh, Naveen has to give me the sharing rights. So anyway, then we will do it tomorrow in the next session. What else to do? Okay, I'll talk to Navneeta about this. I wanted to know, instead of 2 hours at a stretch, which can be heavy, can we do 1 hour each day? Let's say you can select the days you want. Saturday, Sunday, of course. Maybe Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, or Saturday, Sunday. Then give 2 days break and 2 days again. Will that suit you all, guys?
Sir, I'm okay with that.
What about you, Rohit?
यस सर, यस सर।
Because more than abhi, 1 hour, it becomes a little bit of a stretch.
Right, sir.
So I would rather suggest, and then which are the days that you all want?
So which day you are comfortable?
मेरा तो profession ही यही है यार, so I'm comfortable every day. So you all are working, you all have got other this things, so.
Sir, I'm into business, so I don't have any issue.
Okay, what about you, Rohit?
यस सर, सेम सर।
So then let's keep from 7 to 8.
ओके सर।
On which day, sir?
Let's say let's do Friday, Saturday, Sunday off रखते हैं, and then Monday, Tuesday.
Done, sir. Done from my end.
Yeah. So because we will do the same 4 hours per week, but in smaller, so it will be easier to now unfortunately I don't have. Anyway, what I will do is then, because it's not a very heavy file, I'll put this entire thing on the WhatsApp only, that group of ours. Okay. Now
Right,
normally at the end of it is what are the things I'm going to be covering in the next 1 or 2 sessions. So now it will be next 3 sessions. Okay. So that will be the last page. And what I have missed out today, we will begin with that in the next session. Okay. And I would expect you all, the only request I want to make is, I'll expect you all to do some reading if possible. At least go through the PPT and try and find gaps. The best way to learn is to challenge what the teacher is saying.
Correct,
Okay.
sir.
The more you can challenge me, मेरे को भी उतना ही मजा आएगा, because while the teacher is supposed to encourage students, please realize the teachers also want the same kind of encouragement. Okay.
Right, sir.
And that happens when you all become more and more interactive.
Right, sir.
So, so we'll leave it at that because there is no way I can share. And then we'll have to find a way where I can send you this so that I don't need to have, I mean, if such a power glitch happens, okay. And I
No
will
issue,
put
sir.
this, yeah, I'll put this whole thing in the WhatsApp group. We have created one group, so you will get session wise. All right.
Right, sir. Thank you, sir.
Okay. All the best.
So tomorrow there is no session, right, sir?
No, tomorrow there will be. This week we'll keep this week.
Saturday.
Next week we will do from Monday, Tuesday off. Sorry, Sunday off, Monday, Tuesday. So Monday again we will have.
Okay.
And then, so I'll send you a timetable.
Okay, no issue, sir. No issue.
Okay.
Sir, if it is possible, can you please keep it on 7:30 instead of 7:30 p.m.
I'm more than comfortable.
So
What about you, Rohit?
No, sir. 7 o'clock is comfortable for me.
No,
So
I'm talking about
7
7:30. 7:30.
7 to 8 is comfortable for me.
Okay.
I don't know
Sir,
about time. Sir,
okay,
first,
no issues. No issues, sir. I will manage it, sir. I will manage it.
नहीं रोहित, try and understand that Yogesh is doing business, तो उनको आने में भी देर लगे, तो आधे घंटे में फर्क पड़
let's
जाएगा क्या?
ask all of them first. Then we decide. If
Okay,
there is
fine.
possibility, so it's okay for me. 7:30. 7:30 is okay for me.
Okay, fine. So we will ask. I'll ask Neeraj to find out, and then we'll do. So we'll leave it at that
Right, sir.
right now. Yep. Okay.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir.
Okay. Bye.
Thank you.